Colonia. Starting lineup for JFK, who's about to bat. Number 5, the shortstop, Marissa Lugo. The center fielder, number 12, Lee Lorenzon. Third baseman, number 9, Ellis. The pitcher, Angelica Rosario, number 25. First baseman, Gianna Rios, number 2. Center fielder, number 3, Dakona Kesnowski. Left fielder, number 18, Montenez. Second baseman, number 1, Maya Torres. And right fielder, number 7, Kristinka Kuzar. So here we are. We've got Marissa Lugo up at bat to start the game. Nice crosstown rival going in, and I want to apologize up front for the noise of the wind. We can't control that. Mother Nature's in charge today. Nice swing and a good pitch. Pitcher Madison Mohan for Colonia. Foul tip. It's a nice day, but the wind is really whipping, so it's a little hard to keep papers on the table here. And that's a call ball. Number 19 for Colonia as a junior, Mohan. Marissa Lugo at bat. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Lugo is the senior captain, batting .384 for JFK. Start of the game here at Colonia Middle School. We got a little pop-up. Nice job by shortstop. That's 1 out. Next up, Lee Lorenzon, the center fielder, number 12. And Lee is leading the team. 483 batting average, 14 hits, 8 runs, leads teams in hits, runs, stolen bases. Folks, she's only a freshman, so that's a bright future for Lee. And we got a foul tip. She's very aggressive, and that's on the roof of the middle school, so we're not seeing that one today. Bet you that happens quite a bit. Lorelei takes that for a and that's out of bounds for Lorelei. Back up to bat. It's the first time I had an opportunity to see either team play, and certainly Lorelei is very aggressive at bat. So nice work pitching by Colonia. Madison Mohan. That's 2 outs. And goes down. Next up, we have Ellis with 2 outs. And she gets onto base. Ricourt, the third baseman. Up next is the pitcher. Number 25, Angelica Rosario. 2 outs. And we have Mary Ellis on first base. Mary Ellis. And the first pitch is a strike. Looks like Mohan Madison is feeling her stuff up there on the mound, looking pretty good. And that is a ball low. Solid shot, but foul. You can see as you're watching the game the little bit of dirt that's on the field around the pitcher's mound. When the pitcher takes a step, it just flies around. It's a typical early spring game in New Jersey. It could be 80 degrees or it could be pretty chilly the way it is today. Thank goodness the sun is out. But for these two teams in the same town, there's a lot of excitement in these kind of games. And she takes it as a ball low. I think Angelica's at 2-2 if I'm not mistaken. And that is another ball. It might be full count, but don't hold to me, folks. Good swing, foul ball. Angelica stepping back into the box. That is the pitcher for JFK. Another foul ball. She's having a good at bat, working it hard. And you have Mary Ellis Ricourt on first base again with 2 outs for the Stangs. That's a ball to short center field, and it was caught. So that is it. No run scored in the top of the first. So let me, while we're changing innings, let me give you the starting lineup for our home team, Colonia Patriots. The second baseman, number 2, Zoe Gotti. Center fielder, number 21, Madison Chiera. Shortstop, number 24, Maya Sutton. The designated hitter, if you will, Dylan Dakona. Third baseman, Ashley Almadalar. Left fielder, number 32, Valentino Mercado. First baseman, number 22, Megan Dakona. The catcher, number 13, Shelby DeCellis. The pitcher, number 19, as we mentioned, Maddie Mohan. And the flex, number 10, Jadalyn Montenez. So we're in the bottom of the second, and JFK is in the field preparing. And we have a very nice day here in Colonia, just that wind is a little bit rough. And Mayor McCormick will be joining me shortly. I don't think he read his notes because he showed up at a game. He thought that the game was at Woodbridge, so he'll be running a little late. So you guys are all stuck with me today, but it is a pleasure to be here. And we're preparing for the bottom of the first inning. Leadoff batter again, Colonia second baseman, number 2, Zoe Gotti. I would switch over to read some things that I have about the student athletes, but if I move my hand, everything might blow away. So we're going to keep it to the bare bones today. First pitch is high for a ball 1 to Gotti. Madison Chiera, the center fielder, on deck. there's a nice shot, drops in center field. And Gotti is on a nice base hit. So we got Gotti on base, Madison Chiera, the center fielder, up, number 21. Chiera goes for the bunt, but it goes foul. It's a name we called quite a bit during basketball season, Madison Chiera. We're at 1-1 now on Chiera with Gotti on first base and no outs here in the bottom of the first inning. Second ball. 2 balls and 1 strike on Chiera. Nice play. Chiera flies out to the shortstop. Maya Sutton up is the shortstop. Maya's up pretty far in the box towards the pitcher. We resume play. There was timeout on the field. 1 out. Bottom of the first inning. Nice pitch. Angelica Rosario on the mound for the Stangs. You could see again every time they take a step on the mound, that dust just kicks up and blows all over. And there's a shot right at the center fielder. Nice play. And we have 2 outs. Dylan Dakona up. Designated hitter. A little knuckleball to the second baseman, and that's it. Fly out, 1, 2, 3. So we go into the top of the second inning with the score tied 0-0. And again, you can hear that wind whipping as we're talking. I'm waiting to see if we have any flying cows go nearby. Seems like a twister. So Colonia is back out in the field, and we should have leading off. Let's see if I did my notes correctly. We should have Gianna Rios, the first baseman, leading off for the Stangs. Gianna Rios is up, number 2, to lead the top of the second inning. And just a shout out to our folks out there that are watching on YouTube and Facebook. And Colonia is huddling up, getting ready for the inning. Looking at the umpires, they're both bundled up. You know, it doesn't seem like a warm weather sport today, but it is. And you look around the grounds here at Colonia Middle School, everything is really greening up nice, and it's just a nice time of year if it wasn't for that wind and a little bit of low temperature. But here we go. So we're starting the top of the second inning. Gianna Rios is leading off. Gianna is the first baseman for the Stangs. JFK sporting a 2-10 record right now, according to my card, coached by veteran coach Gallagher, Maureen Gallagher. Of course, Annie Serrano coaching Colonia has been around for a long time, and a member of the Township Athletic Hall of Fame committee that I serve on with her. And we got a foul ball. Just a quick observation of both teams. They really are aggressive at bat, coming out, swinging away, and it's good to see that kind of aggressive batting. Certainly makes for an interesting ball game. Left fielder underneath, and she gets it. So Rios flies out, and Dakota Kaznowski is up. Dakota is the catcher. Number 3. Dakota's a senior and a captain. 1 out. And the umpire calls that a strike. Had a little heat on that baby. And it's another fast pitch. Dakota's a little bit behind on that swing. So we have no balls and 2 strikes on Dakota Kaznowski, senior captain. She gets punched out there. And we have up next the left fielder, Mia Montenez, and she is number 18. Maria lets that one go. It's low. Ball 1. One ball and 1 strike. I just heard the first base umpire call that out. The wind died down a little bit. That's 2 balls and 1 strike now on Montenez. And that's it. 1, 2, 3. So Montenez goes down on strikes. Leading off the next inning will be Maya Torres. So we have 1.5 in the books. Colonia coming back up to bat, and if my records are correct, we should see Ashley Almardolar, and she is the 3rd baseman, followed by Valentino Mercado, and who is the left fielder, by the way, and first baseman Megan Dakona, as we get into the bottom of the 2nd inning. And if you're watching the game, you can have a great appreciation. I don't know too many high school games that have 3 cameras that are filming the game. The production here, I stand corrected, actually, 4 cameras. Oh, I didn't see the one in center field. There's 4 cameras. So we have 1 in center field, 1 at 3rd base, 1 at first base, and then 1 back by home. And that's like major league stuff, folks. So hats off to the production team at TV 35. And here we go with the bottom of the 2nd. Call strike for number 3, Ashley Almadal. Not saying that right, I'm sure. Right to the 3rd baseman. Nice stretch. All right. Next up for Colonia, Valentino Mercado. Gianna Rios, a nice stretch on that to get that put out. That's a foul ball. So we have 1 strike on Valentina. straight up shortstop and second baseman. The shortstop calls her off. Next up is Megan Dakona. Megan is the first baseman for the Patriots. First one is a call strike. All right, we got 1-on-1 on Dakona. And we have 2 outs in the bottom of the second inning. That's a good shot to right field. It's going to go for second. And that's where she holds up. Nice job by Megan Dakona. Next up is the catcher, number 13, Shelby DeCelis. So with 2 outs, the Patriots got a little something going. Megan's double there. Shelby's at bat, 2 outs, and a girl on second. We got a foul ball, and it's playable, but just out of reach of first baseman for JFK, number 2, Gianna Rios. Right fielder for JFK, number 7, Katinka is showing some respect here in right field. And we got another fastball. Calls that one low. Megan Dakona at second base with 2 outs. Shelby at bat. Megan easily goes over to third base, so she's in scoring position now. With 2 outs, and Shelby DeCelis up. And a little bit high, ball called. Coach Serrano sends the signals in to Shelby. And she takes the base on balls. So you got something going on here with 2 outs. Maddie Mohan up. Number 19. So Colonia's got runners on the corners here. And a hard foul ball. Easy. Shelby DeCelis takes second base, so now we have second and third with 2 outs. Looks like a full count. I am being joined by the best dressed mayor in Middlesex County. Mayor McCormick is showing up straight from Woodbridge High School. And we have 2 outs again. Girls on second and third, bottom of the second.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
No runs scored yet, Mr. Mayor. 0-0, bottom of the second.
All right, great. Sorry I'm late, but in this case, it's really not my fault. Hard hit.
Go hard shot, nice play, and a put out at third. And he got him.
Not a tag, it wasn't a force.
Yeah, it was a tag. So that was Maddie Mohan, the pitcher, who hit that ball. So at the end of 2, we have no score. Both pitchers doing a nice job, and we're moving into the 3rd inning. Mayor McCormick's going to laugh at my scorekeeping here. First, I got to find the right one.
I brought my sunglasses. It's a glare over here.
Yep, I have Maya Torres and Kristinka Kuzar coming up next, and then we're back to the top of the order with Marissa Lugo. So we'll be back in a second, in a few minutes. We'll be right back. Thank you. So we're back. This is Greg Ficara. Did the first 2 innings solo, but now the real deal is here. Mayor McCormick.
Yeah, I'm not so sure about that, pal.
Mac, thanks for joining us. Always good to spend some time with you here on this windy Thursday in Colonia.
Yeah, it's windy, it's sunny. So I apologize, folks. I was on my schedule. It said Woodbridge High School, so that's where I went. I was going to be late anyway because I had a wake, but I wasn't going to be this late and come in the 3rd inning.
All right, so it looks like we got 1-on-1. And that one was called high.
We saw Kennedy get beat by Woodbridge on Tuesday, 14-2. Woodbridge has a pretty good team. Strike.
2-2 now. This has been a very evenly played game so far. Colonia just got a couple of nice hits. And that's going right back to the first baseman, who puts her out. So that is 1 out on a ground out to first base. Number 7 up next. Who's up?
That's 3U. I'm just filling out the grid so I can just look at the grid and see who's playing where.
Yeah, I translated the numbers. There we go. Strike 1 called. Who is number 7? Mac,
Number last batter is
Kristinka
Kuzar.
Kuzar at bat.
She was the right fielder. Yeah, she's still the right fielder. She was the right fielder on Tuesday.
Kristinka has 2. And she fouls it off.
I'll set the defense for you. Have you done that yet? Pitching Maddie Mohan, catching Shelby DeSillis. Megan Dakona at first base, and I have to cough. Second base, Zoe Gotti. Third base, Ashley Elmadolar. At shortstop, Maya Sutton. In left field, Valentino Mercado. In center field, Madison Chiera. And in right field, the flex player, Jalen Martinez. She will play the field but not bat. The designated player is Dylan Dakona. She will bat but not play the field, and it's another foul out of play.
That's an interesting compartment out there in center field. Check that out. That's pretty
What's that,
cool.
our van?
No, whatever that unit is.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That keeps you warm and shaded.
Yeah. You got to be heavy, though. Otherwise, you could blow away.
Yeah, I qualified it.
I was saying before, Mac, we're live on YouTube and Facebook. You don't. I mean, as a former athletic director, there's not too many regular season softball or baseball games that have a 4-camera production. It's absolutely amazing.
I don't think there's any town in the state that has what we have.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
The only thing I don't like is that it's not available on everything. Only about half the town gets TV 35, because I get if you're on satellite, or I forget what the differences were, but I think if you're on satellite, you don't get the local cable access.
But you got YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter.
But you have YouTube, you have Facebook, and you have Twitter. so there's really no excuse. If you want to see the games, you can see them.
Absolutely.
I think it's cool to have the kids on TV too.
We have some write-ups on the girls, but it's
Yeah.
just hard to get to once you take that page
I
off.
know,
They blow everywhere.
I got to them all on Tuesday.
So we got a little equipment malfunction here. Coach Serrano's out doing some assistance.
Well, let's give you a couple of those then while we're at it, now that you mention it.
Yep.
Colonia has Valentino Mercado. She's a senior, loves softball. Favorite movie's hardball. Favorite sport, softball. Favorite movie, hardball. Favorite music is reggaeton. Reggaeton?
Yeah,
Oh, sorry about that.
That's all right.
Favorite school subject is anatomy. And most memorable softball moment, getting the game-winning hit against Woodbridge. So we always talk about this, but the kids in the schools, when it comes to their most memorable moment, it's more than half. It's against another team from the township. Something. Beating Woodbridge, beating Colonia, beating Kennedy. Getting my hit versus one of those three. It doesn't matter what the sport. Everybody talks about the other teams, and that's because they know each other from growing up. They've played in the same teams in Little League and girls' leagues and football leagues and wrestling and you name it, and then they maybe played against each other in middle school sports.
Yeah, it's neat.
And sometimes they're on the high school team with people who were on opposite teams in middle school, because there's 5 middle schools and 3 high schools.
And that one gets away.
So let's set the defense again. Maddie Mohan pitching, Shelby DeSillis catching. Megan Dakona first, Zoe Gotti second, Maya Sutton short, Ashley Elmadolar at third, in left Valentino Mercado in center, Madison Chiara in right, Jadalyn Martinez. The extra player is Dylan Dakona.
I was mentioning before, Mac, when the pitcher walks around on the mound, that dirt just goes flying all over the place with this one.
Oh, that's a dirt field, yeah?
Yeah, just around the mound.
That'll do it.
That's it.
When we built the fields, we gave the ADs and the principals, I guess, the option of having the mound and the home plate area dirt or turf. And there were differences, and different schools picked different things. But, you know, it's their facility, so we left it up to them, whatever they wanted.
I think generally the feeling is if you have turf on the mound, because of the repetitive of the footwork, it does tend to wear out quicker than the rest of the field.
That does make sense.
Thank you.
Makes perfect sense. Let's give you the lineup of our camera crew while we're at it, before we forget, because we will forget. On camera, Emil Brandafi, Erin Zappolo, Adam Chinoy, and Frank Martins. Bruno Martins on audio, Samantha Roth on graphics, Joe Fernandez on replay, Gina Forbes is the technical director, and Lee Beckerman, the director. And what a crew and what a production they put on every single time, no matter what they're covering. Could be a meeting, could be a check presentation, could be a grand opening, could be a sports contest. It's always top notch and people love it.
Yeah, it's really neat. And then to have the mobile control center, it's so professional. First one is a low ball. What is the batter? I'm sorry, Mac. We only have.
You know, I didn't even keep track of so I had 3 unassisted, and then with the next 4, the next 2.
We had a strikeout.
And what did the leadoff hitter do, the most recent one? Do you remember?
A strikeout.
That's a foul ball. It's going to be out of play.
And Emil's shrugging his shoulders over there to make sure he doesn't get beamed.
So that means this is
number 2 for Colonia.
Yeah, Zoe Gotti, the leadoff hitter.
Yep.
Who doubled in the first inning, and I guess must have been stranded. Oh no, 2B means second base. What does S mean? That's single. She singled in the first.
Let me see.
That's right there.
What does that mean? I don't know what I was thinking. Hold on, give me a second. We have a fly out here.
First baseman took it. The second baseman was right behind her, and hope she's not hurt.
Might have stepped on
it. Dakona at first, and Gotti at second. Gotti was in perfect spot in case Dakona missed it. She was right there to get it. Looked like a little tangle, but nobody's hurt.
Stop moving around. They're chatting a little bit.
It's going to be F3 in the third.
This is Chiara up now, right? Madison?
Let me look in a second. Let me adjust mine. I keep forgetting I have a big head. I'm good now. All right, that's better. Thank you.
Let me see this. Let me just take this.
Yeah, the number 2 batter is Madison Chiara.
21.
Had a heck of a basketball year.
Yeah, I said that was.
She hit 1,000 points.
Yeah.
She's only a junior, so she's got a year to play yet. Right behind her is her good friend Taylor Durkak, who the two of them carried the Colonia team. I believe they went to the Final Four of the county.
Yeah.
Maybe they got to the final game. I have to remember.
They.
If anybody knows and knows me, text me. Ground ball.
Ground ball.
Fielded
Nice.
by the first baseman again, 2 in a row, unassisted. And that is 3U. That brings up Maya Sutton. Now, Maya Sutton's a sister of, I don't remember her first name, but it also began with an M. They were on the team last year. I think they played first and third, if I'm not mistaken. And they were 3 and 4 in the lineup. Hard hit.
Oh, nice.
Off the third baseman.
Nice.
No way you're going to make a play on her. Boy, that was smoked. That's got to be a clean hit.
That was a nice play by the third baseman just to keep it in front of her. That might have been.
It could have been. Could have saved extra bases. Although the left fielder was right. Looked like she was right there. She's playing very close to the line.
Yeah.
That brings up Dylan Dakona.
Let me see what I wrote for Dylan last time. What does it say?
Oh, you know what? I said the wrong names before. The first baseman is Gianna Rios. The second baseman is Maya Torres. I was confused into two squads and giving you the Colonia players on defense when Kennedy's on defense.
Yeah. There's a shot. Played very well.
She had to rush that throw in because, I mean, the girl had to run as hard as she could to second because she was rushing to throw in for a possible play at second, but it didn't happen. And now we have first and second.
And we have 2 outs, right?
Yep, Ashley Elmadolar. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right, Ashley.
Foul ball. The ever-present wind blowing in the background.
Yeah, we don't have a form for all the girls, so that's a problem. We can't tell you everybody's hobbies and all that stuff.
Yeah, I have some extras on Colonia here somewhere.
Boy, Maya gets far off the bag. Maya Sutton, she's taking everything, almost daring them to try to throw it down and pick her off. But if they throw it down the wrong, not fast enough, she's going to wind up on third.
Yeah.
Sutton is a sophomore, likes the movie Moana, M-O-A-N-A, you know that one?
Sure, I have grandkids.
Oh, that's right. R&B and rap. She likes French as her favorite subject. I remember I said about the sisters, her most memorable softball moment when me and my sister hit back-to-back home runs in a game.
Oh, that's fun.
That can't happen too often.
All right, she draws a walk. We got bases loaded.
Loaded up.
And who's the lucky person to be at bat?
Valentino Mercado.
All right, Valentina, here we go.
Sorry, Lee, hit the wrong button when I had to cough. I coughed right into the microphone of the TV camera. Bases loaded, 2 out.
Colonia knocking on the door. That one was high.
Do you have records? Do you know what the records were coming in?
Colonia, JFK has 2 wins. I don't have Colonia. I think JFK is 2-10.
Okay, 2-10, right.
I don't know.
Oh, I should have known that because they were 2-9 yesterday. Or Tuesday, I should say. The only scouting report I got is that these two teams are fairly evenly matched, and it's shown itself so far after almost 3 innings. Hit.
Well,
it's going to be Lorenzon!
Wow, nice play by
Lorelei Lorenzon. Man, oh man. She had a couple of plays on Tuesday that were dynamite. She saved probably 3 runs, because if that ball goes by her, that's all the way to the fence. I don't know how fast everybody is, but certainly the third base would have scored, second base would have scored. Let's see that one again. I can't see it on my screen. Can you see it?
Nope.
All right, but hopefully the fans can.
Beautiful.
All right.
Nice job. All right.
She made at least 2 stellar defensive plays on Tuesday. She's only a freshman.
Yeah, it's amazing.
And she leads the team in just about everything.
Yeah.
She's got a .483 batting average, 14 hits, 8 runs. She leads the team in batting average, hits, runs, and stolen bases. And she leads the league in defensive, whatever you call that new stat they do, runs saved. That was at least 2, and like I said, possibly 3, depending on how quick she would have got up and got back. She was close to the fence, so maybe the girl on first wouldn't have scored, but at least 2.
Yeah.
Wow.
It was just a very nice play. She got a jump on the ball. She really tracked it very well and made a beautiful play and saved runs.
I would look like a seer if I would have said before how, Lorelei in center field, what a good game she had Tuesday. I didn't. Now I wish I did. And what always happens when somebody makes a great play in the field, they lead off the next inning.
Yeah, let's see if she's got that momentum going. She had a nice at bat in the first one, a lot of foul balls, but in the end it was a strikeout.
And only a freshman playing varsity. You don't see that all the time. I think you are more likely to see it in baseball and softball than you are in other sports.
Yeah.
That's just my opinion. I have no idea if that's factual.
Well, she certainly belongs here by her play. There's
down the line, foul ball.
She pulled that one, that's for sure.
So yeah, my schedule said Woodbridge High School, and I remember Craig talking to me Tuesday because he's got an event at 6 in Colonia that I'm going to. So is he. He had ultimately begged out of doing the game because of the event. He's hosting it.
Yeah, well, Lee called me and told me it was JFK at Colonia, but after 15 years of being on the town council, I know never to question the mayor. So if you said it was at Woodbridge, I said, oh my goodness.
That's what my schedule says. And I knew it conflicted with what I was told Tuesday, but I go by my schedule. Anyway, Woodbridge is playing Metuchen, in case you cared. I'm walking up and I see bright blue uniforms, and I said, this is not ours.
That's a pop-up.
Possibly, yeah, it's going to be caught.
Shortstop goes over behind the third baseman, makes a nice play, so we have 1 out.
So we get an F6. Remind me to tell you about the event I got tonight at 8:30.
Nice cut, okay. Nice cut there. Who's up at back?
This is Mary Alice Rickord. She's the third baseman. She singled in the first.
Wow, nice shot there. Deep. Almost on the warning track.
She misjudged it, and she's going to get to second, maybe. Oh, if the throw went to second.
Nice play, Mary Alice.
I wonder if the wind had something to do with that. She looked like she had a beat on it.
Yep, it pushed down, but wow, what a shot. She just chopped at that thing.
Yeah.
Almost on the warning track.
I tell you, if the wind was going the other way, it took it and kept it in, it looked like. If it was going the other way, it might have carried it out.
Yeah.
That was well hit.
It looked like it just dropped out of the sky.
Yeah, it really did.
I think
so Rickord gets a double. And now did they send a runner in?
No, I think it's still her.
It's still
number
her?
9.
Okay, number 5.
No, number 9. Maybe they did change somebody.
Number 5? Oh, that's number 9. No, you're right. It's good.
Yep.
Only the pitcher and the catcher can get courtesy runners. If anybody else gets a runner, it's a pinch runner, and they're out of the game.
Right.
Ground ball to second.
Does advance the runner to third, though, so she does her job. And we have 2 outs in the top of the 4th inning. Mustangs threatening. Who do we have up now, Mac?
We have Gianna Rios, the first baseman.
Defensively, Gianna did an amazing job on a stretch for a put out earlier in the game.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, she certainly showed her flexibility.
She's got a .389 batting average. She's only a sophomore.
Looks like the Stangs are rebuilding a little bit. They have some.
Well,
nice
there's only
field.
2 seniors in the starting lineup out of 9, and there's only 1 junior in the starting lineup out of 9, so that's good news.
Takes that one low for a ball, Gianna.
I believe here with between a sunburn and a windburn.
Yeah. Yeah, it seems to be lightening up just a bit. Then she gets on base with a walk. Free pass. So we got runners on the corner now with 2 outs.
Both walk. Wait, that was
Gianna, right?
I'm putting it in the wrong place again. I can't keep this straight.
It's tough with the wind.
It brings up Dakota Kaznowski.
Two outs, folks. Dakota's up.
Dakota is a senior. She's one of the captains. Marissa Lugo's the other senior who's in the starting lineup. She's a captain. There's 2 seniors that are not in the game currently. They're on the team.
Dakota's favorite school subject is chemistry. And softball is certainly her favorite sport. And the music she likes is the early 2000s. That's not so early, Dakota.
Yeah, what are you talking
Yeah,
about?
the 70s is early.
Well, the early 2000s is when she was born.
Yeah, right. She's having a good at bat here. Dakota's making the pitcher work, that's for sure.
Joanne's got to put this together. Where is the count is 3-1. All 4 bases loaded.
Bases loaded,
All
2
3
outs.
got on by a walk.
Drama. No, we had that.
Oh, the double. Yeah. Sorry, my bad.
One that the wind
Like I said,
blew.
I'm bad at this. I'm not keeping it straight.
Okay, who
Yeah,
do we
2B. I'm looking at the wrong team again.
Number
This should be Maya Montenez.
Montenez. What did Maya do the last time? What did I put there?
Let's see. Maya struck out.
Okay. Okay, we got a runner into
Number
the game.
10 comes in. That looks like Genesis Gluglas.
Yes.
Oh boy, D-L-U-G-L-O-S-Z, Gluglas. Sorry to the Gluglas family if I'm mispronouncing your last name, but I'm doing my best. And now a chance to really do some damage here. No place to go. That's a strike.
Right down the middle. Yep, very nice.
You don't want a walker, but you also don't want to give too much. Look at the lineup. The left field is way out in left field.
Puts it in
Ground
play.
ball. Got to be hurried. And they called her safe.
Knocks in a run. That was good hustle, man. She got down there.
That plates Marialis Rickort. Gianna Rios goes to third. Dakota Kaznowski goes to second, I'm sorry. And Maya Montenez is on first. Can we see that one again, Lee? Can you get that play at first? Working on it. Come on, what else is Fernandez doing? He's the replay man.
Oh boy. Who do we have up at bat
But
now?
look again. I'm sorry, we have Maya Torres.
Maya, okay.
Look at the big gap in left center field. I don't know why the left field is playing so close to the line.
It's a ball high. Maya Torres is a 10th grader. Her favorite sport is softball. Favorite movie is Grown Ups. Favorite school subject is
Ground
careers.
ball
There's a
hard
nice
up the
shot
middle, and
right
there's
up
a
the
run. It's
middle.
going to be
That's gonna
2.
bring in 2.
Throw's going to go home. Not in time, and it's 3-0.
Wow.
And the batter Torres goes to second, so it's second and third, 2 out. 3 runs in for John F. Kennedy against home team Colonia.
That was a clutch hit.
Right up the middle. The runner on second was going all the way. That was Kaznowski. She was going all the way. She turned the corner and never looked. Coach sent her the whole time, and now it's second and third, 2 out.
JFK having a little rally here.
It's amazing what one play can do. It could have been 3-0 the other way, but for the diving catch in center.
Yeah.
Now it's 3-0 Kennedy. Looks like Coach Serrano called timeout.
Coach Gallagher's over in third base, and she's been very active over there instructing her players.
Yeah, let's see the replay of that play at first.
And here you have it. Nice play at first base. And I think it was an accurate call by the umpire.
Well, we can't see it. Can you see it?
No.
Oh.
No.
Lee, did it look like she was safe or out? Definitely safe. Okay, good.
Yeah. See, Mac, you let it know. I was talking like we were watching it.
Well, what if you were wrong, man?
I'm always going to say the umpire. You know, these guys work hard out there. He was certainly
no
in the right position. He was right where he should be.
I said that the other day. I don't mind an ump or a ref blowing a call as long as they're where they're supposed to be when the call is made, because so many times they're not, and that's when there's a problem.
Yeah, well then you have a reason to complain.
And you know, our good friend Dennis is an ump, and he's always talking about positioning and signals. I'm amazed, just in general, sports in general, how refs and umps rarely get in the way of the game.
Yeah.
I mean, football, there's a bunch of them on the field. You never see them get in the game. I mean, rarely.
Yeah.
Hockey, there were 4 of them on the ice. Maybe there's 3, maybe there's 4, I forget. But I know in high school there's 2, maybe higher levels there's 3, and maybe the pros there's 4. I don't remember. But you don't see them getting in the game.
No.
Refs in basketball, you don't. And in baseball, there's 6 of them. And you don't see them getting. It's amazing how they stay out of the play.
That's
in all those sports.
When you know they're good. So here,
that's when you know they're good.
Back here we've got bases loaded with 2 outs. JFK really has a rally
And
going.
we have Kristinka Kuzar. The walks are killing Colonia here.
That's a good
Wait, am I missing one? What's the number of the batter? Lee, can you tell me the number of the batter? 5.
That's Marissa Lugo.
Marissa Rickard?
No, if it's number 5, it should be Marissa Lugo, senior captain.
Oh, I'm looking at the position to get it. It is Marissa. Okay, so I missed a batter here. So, yeah, Marissa Lugo's up with the bases loaded.
And she takes a nice cut, and all right, we got to put
3
out a
unassisted.
third, so that's
Sorry,
it.
5 unassisted. So the inning ends. Everybody batted around that inning. 3 outs, 3 on, 3 in. JFK takes a 3-0 lead.
After 3.5 innings, JFK is up 3-0. Who do we have coming up for Colonia next in the?
Don't ask me. I'm probably wrong. Let's wait and see who it is. Let's take a little break. We'll be back, folks. Okay, we're back. 1 strike on the Colonia batter, who is Megan Dakona. In my excitement with Lorelei's catch, I didn't write that down, so I didn't know what. Then I remembered it. How do you not remember a catch like that? So Megan Dakona leads off. She doubled in the 2nd inning.
And we're in the bottom of the 4th. JFK coming off a nice inning, scoring 3 runs in the top of the 4th inning. See what Colonia can answer the call here.
Fly ball. It's going to be foul. Right in front of us.
That was in a tough spot. Kristinka was on that ball. She was pretty close, but it was a long way to go. Right fielder.
This
Coming
one's
right
going to be
back
fair.
at her.
Tough sun.
Oh.
And she's going to go to 2nd, and she's going to take 3rd.
That's way in the corner. That's a tough one.
Yeah.
I don't know if Kuzar lost that one in the sun.
I tell you, she's looking right into the sun.
Yeah, directly at it.
You got to give that a triple. Ball never touched her mitt. Yeah, she's got shades on, but you don't know because the sun is literally right there.
Yeah.
And the sun is kind of like a little behind home plate to the left, and that's where the ball was tailing, so she was looking right into it. So Clooney has a great opportunity to get a run on the board here. Girl on third, nobody out. Batting now is Shelby DeSillis. Shelby is a sophomore. Her favorite movie is also Moana. Favorite music, Cody Johnson. Likes English. Her favorite softball moment is going to nationals in the summer in Maryland. And anything else you'd like to share with yourself, about yourself with the television audience? And she says, I play for my beautiful mother in heaven, and we're with you on that one.
Absolutely. Boy, getting back to this play here in right field, she's looking directly in the sun, and the wind is whipping from center field towards right. It's just swirling. I wouldn't want to try to catch a ball in the outfield today. So
hard hit up the middle. No, not up the middle. Too short.
Nice.
Runner goes home. Here's the play. High throw. Scored.
Boy, that was a very nice play, though. See, that shortstop looked the girl at third, froze her at first, and whipped it to first. And
it's got to be more bang bang though.
Yeah.
It's tough because she's a lefty first baseman, so she's got to catch that ball and turn her body completely to throw it home versus a righty who could just kind of wing it from where they are. Here comes one right at us, and it's foul. So in that case, a lot of lefty first basemen in baseball and softball, but in that case it hurt because it added a little split second to the play, and that was enough to get the run home.
Yeah.
Up now, Maddie Mohan.
Nice play.
In the hole. Safe.
What a play. That shortstop.
I'm surprised she made the play and got there.
Holy mackerel.
Maddie's a junior, likes softball. Favorite movie, High School Musical. That was a good one. And Colonial High put that on one year, a few years ago. Favorite music, rap. Favorite school subject, math. And here we go. Most memorable softball moment, beating JFK last year 2 times. So we said that before. So now, leadoff hitter up now for Colonia. That's Zoe Gotti.
Who was the shortstop for JFK, Mac?
6 is Marissa Lugo.
Man, she's got a
Oh
cannon
yeah, that was
for
a
an
beautiful
arm.
play.
2 times in a row.
Zoe Gotti has a .333 average and a .423 on base percentage. She's got 15 hits on the year. 6 doubles.
No, Zoe.
2 triples and a homer.
Okay. For JFK, the shortstop is number 5, Marissa Lugo, and she had 2 outstanding plays in a row.
And a walk to the leadoff batter will bring up Maddie Chiera.
I lost track, Mac. How many outs do we have now?
We have 1.
1 out.
That was the first batter. What we do? Yeah, Shelby grounded out to short.
So we have a timeout on the field, little discussion with the defense.
You know, we need 2. Craig always brings scorebook paper. We're trying to do this like writing in the margins of a paper with the lineup and everything else on it. This is not the way you do this, folks. We should be better prepared. I got to buy a scorebook and leave it in my car.
Absolutely. Maybe we can get Leisure Sports. We'll have to stop by there on Route 27 and pick up a scorebook.
It's not far from my house. I'll be the one to have to get that one then. Madison Chair is up now. She is batting .429. 18 hits, including a triple and a homer.
She's showing bunt right now.
Got 2. I guess I would. Foul bunt.
And that third baseman was almost.
Oh my gosh, she'd take one right in the chin if it goes right at her.
If she
Maddie's favorite sport is basketball. That's not surprising. Favorite movie, Love and Basketball. That's not surprising. Likes country music. I guess they don't make basketball music, but she would like that too. Favorite school subject. They don't have basketball, so it's history. And her most memorable moment is her first home run this year.
Oh, that's cool.
She's only the 4th female to score 1,000 points in Colonia school history. And she's only a junior. So I don't know who's ahead of her, but my guess is that with a full year and the way she plays and as good as she is, she could wind up with the school record.
Well, she's got some nice genetics too, right?
Oh yeah,
Mom and dad.
Both mom and dad are good athletes, really good athletes.
Absolutely, it's such a nice family.
I saw Chris Chera Tuesday night at the Avenel Performing Arts Center. He's the principal of School 18. He was there with 2 kids from his school. Remind me to tell you about that after this pitch.
Sure.
To be fair, no, did not. Should have gone to first. Bases loaded. That's a fielder's choice, so she's on first. So Tuesday night there were 9 schools. Last night there were 8 schools. That covers all 17 grammar schools, including the all-day kindergarten. Each school sent 2 kids to the evening with young writers. So they selected, all the kids wrote, they picked 2 in the whole school. All 17 principals attended the event.
Wow.
They got 2 kids. Swing and a foul ball. School's got minimum 300, probably an average of 400 plus kids in it, right?
Right, sure.
And there's 2 kids. And they all show up.
It's amazing.
And when I said, I certainly don't know all the teachers, but when I said how many teachers in the audience, about 15 hands shot up both nights.
It's just wonderful.
It's like dedication.
Dedication, yeah, I was just going to say that.
Throw home. Got her at home. Good play by the third baseman.
Wow. It's 2 outs.
Mary Alice Rickord, that was a very good play. Knew what to do with it, got the force, protected a 2-run lead. Of course, she goes anywhere else, a run scores.
And that's low.
Now up is Dylan Dakona. I know I have a sheet on her. Let me see if I can find it. There it is. She's a junior. Likes the movie The Notebook. Likes baseball as her favorite sport. That a girl. Favorite music, Harry Styles. Likes English. And her most memorable softball moment, catching for my sister when she pitched a no-hitter last year. That's memorable. A sister battery, that's really cool. Fair ball. Didn't get her in time, plus the ball didn't get there.
And the run scored.
Run scores. It would have been safe anyway, the way, I'm trying to figure out who did that. So fielder's choice. And it looks like Maddie Mohan scored.
Lugo at shortstop had the right idea. She tried to backhand
she only
flip
thinks
it.
she could have done it. It's the only play she could have made. Now it's 3-2 with bases loaded.
The first pitch is a called strike. Who do we have up now? Number
We have
3. Number 3.
Number 3 is Ashley Elmadolar. The bunt's out of the question with bases loaded and a force everywhere.
So that one's a ball. 1-1 now. 2 outs. And the Patriots close the gap to 1. Right now the score is 3-2 JFK. Bottom of the 4th inning.
Oh, no place to put her.
Angelica Rosario's got her work cut out for her here. Pitcher for JFK. Comes in with a nice pitch.
Yeah.
Here's what softball's all about, the excitement, right?
All 3, full count, bases loaded, runners will be going. So the right contact could be a big inning for Colonia. They already have 2 in. I'm sorry, 1 was last inning. Called it a ball.
Walked her in.
Wow, it's far from here to see.
It's all tied up.
That plates Chiara with the third run for the Patriots, the Lady Patriots. You're going to be doing the end of this game alone because I'm going to have to leave about a quarter of. No chance of this ending by then.
If I don't get blown away.
Yeah, this is tough up here.
It's a foul ball.
I can't even see when the ball's hit out like that. I can't see anything of where it's going. I got to watch the fielders.
Yeah, back into the crowd.
There's a run coming home, and she's going to score easy. And now it's second and third. Colonia up 4-3. Boy, that scoreboard person is not wasting any time. I turned around, and the 4 was already up.
Yeah. I didn't even look at that. I never looked that way.
Oh, you didn't even know the scoreboard?
No, I did.
Oh,
but I just wasn't paying attention.
Rope to center field. Gets by Lorenzon, and 2 runs will score. It's a double for number 17. Is that number 17? I have that as is that Valentino
30.
32?
Looks like 32.
Valentino Mercado hit that. Oh, there it is. Why does that look like a 17 for me? So Colonia doubles up Kennedy now, takes a 6-3 lead with 5 this inning. The walks hurt without a doubt.
Well, I think a couple of times you put things in play, and then walks become more of an issue. Oh,
roped up the middle. Lorenzon will pick it up and fire it into second. Holds the runner at third. First and third, 2 out. And Colonia is starting to really hit.
Yeah, they're getting the number of Angelica right now.
That was Megan Dakona with that one. Shelby DeSillis up now. That's smoked into the corner. Nope, not in the corner. I misjudged it. Into right field.
Kristinka made that nice call.
Kristinka made a good catch. She was running away from the ball that time, away from the sun, so that made it a whole lot easier for us. So Colonia scores 5 to take a 6-3 lead after 4, folks. We'll be right back. We're back, and I'm going to first correct myself. All 6 runs were scored that inning.
And we're in the top of the 5th inning with JFK up. JFK coming off a nice inning last inning.
DeSillis hit that ball pretty well, but not right to the right fielder. She made a good play to get to it.
Lorelei
Lorenzon now leading off. She struck out and fly to short. Kennedy down for the first time. Top of 5, they play 7. Smoked over the right fielder, said it's going to be at least a deuce. She's going to get 3 out of it. The ball got away from the right fielder. Throw comes in, didn't hit the cutoff, and she's going to know she's not going to go home. Slides back in on the throw.
Nice triple.
Wow, she's fast.
That's a nice, yes, she is. She has some stride.
That ball was over the right fielder's head easily, but then it took a spin after it landed and got away from the right fielder.
Yep.
To allow her to go to third. So an opening triple for Lorelei Lorenzon.
Coach Serrano calling timeout. She must got that speed from her mom, because I don't remember her dad.
No. Her dad. I played softball with him for years. He lives with double knee braces. He's not running that fast, but he's probably still faster than me. Yeah, we've been friends, Rich and I, for I don't know, probably 30 plus years. We played softball together on a lot of teams. Both members of the Knights of Columbus. He's a tax collector.
Yeah, just talks
been
about that
since like '94, I think.
Wow. Dennis Stout talks about that softball team all the time.
Oh, we were good.
And that's a strike. Who do we have up to bat now, Mac?
We have Mary Ellis Rickord. Yeah, we had a good team. We were undefeated in 2 leagues for 3 straight years.
Wow.
One of the years overlapped, so we won like 40 games that year without losing one. And I'm not taking any credit for that. I batted last and caught. We always had good pitching, good defense, and good batting average. Never power. Never some power, but never like overwhelming power like a lot of these bruiser teams come up with these big meatheads.
Yeah, nice, nice defensive play by the catcher right there of Colonia. She had to really get down on that ball.
That's DeSillis, yep.
Again, she keeps it in front of her with Lorelei on third. That's big.
That's you got to watch that, obviously.
Big defensive play. Somebody as fast as Lorenzon at third, you got to really keep that ball in front of you. And she's
the backstop's close, but not close enough unless you get a perfect bounce off it right back to you.
Yep.
It's not close enough to get Lorenzon.
And she draws the ball base on balls.
So all of a sudden, just like that, Kennedy has a tying run on base.
Yep, and they're back.
I'm sorry, at the plate.
No outs.
No outs, and that brings up the cleanup hitter, Angelica Rosario.
You know, you talk about the backstop. When you have a backstop like this, Mac, with that curvature in the back, a lot of times if the ball rolls to it, it hits it and flips back over the catcher.
Oh, right.
So it is extremely important to keep that ball in front of you.
Rosario's batting .343. She's got 2 homers this year, so although this win is going to be awful tough.
It depends on which way.
Depends on which way. I was just going to say that. I said that earlier. Right now it's in our face, which means it's blowing out to right.
It's starting to get chilly. I'm cold.
Yeah, me too. We should get overtime for doing this game.
Yeah. How about I go to the social gathering and you stay and finish?
No. I'm pulling rank, man. I set this up in advance. I told you I had to leave early.
Oh, that's a shot.
Way back.
Ooh.
Oh, up against the fence, and I think the center fielder's hurt. She bumped up against that fence. That only missed by a foot or two from going out.
Yeah.
And the center fielder, Madison Chiera, is shaken up. Here comes Coach Serrana out to talk to her and check her out.
I think Madison went after that with reckless abandon, as they say.
Yeah,
she wasn't worried about the fence.
That's the way she plays basketball, so I'm not surprised. She bumped up against that fence pretty hard.
Yeah.
Coach LaSalle is coming out. He didn't run not running as fast as the athletic director LaSalle is coming out, but not running as fast as the coach did.
That, to me, I know Benny well. That looks like a sprint to me.
I think she's coming out of the game.
Yeah, you're not going to take any chances when a student athlete hits their head.
Yeah, let's take a break, folks. We'll report back once we get back. Stay with us.
We're back here in the top of the 5th inning. We had a medical timeout. Madison Tierra aggressively went after a fly ball and hit the fence in center field.
Ground ball to third, throw to first, run scores. It's 6-5 with the tying run at third base now.
6-4, right? 1 run scored this inning?
Second run came in.
Okay.
Somebody just scored from third?
Yes, yeah, I think so. You're right.
They did put the 5. There it goes, 6-5.
Yeah, right. Okay.
I'm not doing a good job, but that one I remember.
No, you're doing a good job. It's just she was delayed in putting that up. That's right. We were more concerned about Madison.
Yeah, I didn't even write down what happened. Like after the catch, I didn't write down. I was too distracted. And here's a fake bunt.
And we got 1 out, right?
Lee, can you tell us who's batting what number, just so we know? Okay, so that was Gianna Rios who gets the RBI in the ground out.
Number 3 is Dakota now, right? Kaznowski. She's showing bunt.
Tell you, she could push one up first base, sacrifice herself with 1 out, tie the game. That's the play here.
Yeah. Only 1 out and girl on third, so we certainly have the scoring possibility. She pulled back on that, and it's called a strike.
Oh, did she? It was a strike? Okay.
Yeah.
1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. No, somebody had the wrong score because it was 1-1-1, but that must have been 1-2-1.
All right, so we have 2 outs.
Up now comes Maya Montenez with a chance to tie the game, and this is big. You got to run around third.
If I'm not mistaken, Maya's the one that got the rally started in the last inning.
why they didn't try more to bunt that last time.
I think hit a little squib shot in the last inning that started the whole Mustang rally. Takes a nice cut there. Coach Gallagher's talking about getting her hips in there and chopping at the ball. Catcher does a nice job of keeping the ball in front of her. Nice defensive play.
They had second and third and nobody out, and they had one run in. They got one of the girls in. Here's a hit. Nope.
A little bit behind on that.
I can't see anything about where that ball's going until the girls move. That sun's right in our eyes.
Yeah.
It's getting worse.
It's getting lower too. And that's it.
That'll do it. So good pitching by Colonia. Maddie Mohan to get out of that. They gave up 2 runs, but they stranded the tying run at third, and it's 6-5 Colonia. Heading into the bottom of the 5th.
All right, let's take a little break. We'll be right back, folks.
We're back now for the bottom of the 5th. Colonia trying to add to a 6-5 lead. And I have Maddie Mohan leading off. If that's number 19, Lee, can you confirm that for me?
I think so.
Maddie had a single and scored one of the 6 runs for the Patriots. Ground ball, fair, nope, foul. This feels beautiful, isn't it?
Yes, absolutely.
Right.
Ooh, I think that was off either the umpire or the catcher's
I
face
thought,
mask.
Yeah, it was, maybe she tipped it, yeah.
She did. It tipped it and it went back off the face mask.
This is a really nice complex.
Yes, it is. It's, you know, it's nice the way it fits into the neighborhood.
But I mean, all the fields, like they've tournaments here. It's really a good place. The rest are all grass. This is a turf field. Ball.
Yeah.
You got Owen and Teddy and all the guys, Keith, who passed away, but all these guys who, you know, spent weekends here when their kids were playing ball. Even after their kids were playing, they still did work. My kid played in the Colonia, the Cyclones, I guess, for a few years. And those guys were amazing, the way they could keep these fields up.
Yeah. Oh,
right.
I'm sure she wants that one back.
Well, catcher dropped the 3rd strike, so she had a chance to get the 1st. And it goes down as a K.
One out.
I like the way Kuzar backed up. That's good hustle.
Yeah.
Anything can happen. And the right fielder coming in to back up that throw from catcher to 1st.
Yeah, it's good heads up by the players.
If something goes wrong, she's going to be right there to fire it to 2nd.
Yep.
Lead off now, Zoe Gotti. She is 1 for 2 with a walk.
Inside. God, he's got to jump out of the way.
Well hit. Nice play by the left fielder, Mia Montenez.
Mia's a freshman. She's got a nice jump on that ball.
Yeah, she did.
Back there real quick and under it. So we got 2 outs here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Right up the middle for a base
Roped up
hit.
the middle. 2 good hits in a row. Well, one wasn't a hit technically. So that was a single for Gotti, and now that brings up, it would have brought up Madison Chiera. We'll see who the sub was for. Lee, if you could help us out with that number. .24 is Maya Sutton. Must have missed one again. Yeah, there's 2 out. I missed one.
Yep, we do. We have 2 outs.
So what's the number of the girl in first base? That looked like 8?
That is 6.
But that was Maya Sutton at first base. Okay. So I missed the girl who subbed for Madison Chiera and batted for her. Apologize for that.
You have to make sure you're looking at the numbers and not the position.
Yeah, I know. It's hard to do that.
Yeah. That was a walk. So number 24, that's Maya on first base?
Yes. No, Maya's at second base.
Who's 24?
24 is, I'm sorry, 24 is Maya Sutton.
Right.
You know what? Forget this. I don't know, man. I can't even I'm trying to keep this stuff from blowing away.
Yeah, the wind just picked up
Trying
again.
to look at the stats, look at the cards, the profiles. It's just not working out.
Yep. It's not going to get any better when you leave, that's for sure.
You're on your own, pal. Shortstop picks it up, drops it, throws to first, safe.
Ooh, close.
Throw gets away, and it's 1 run going to score, maybe 2-run score. Yeah, he throws back to the pitcher, home, and no good. 2-run score, and now the batter goes to third base. A little bit of sloppy play by JFK, and 2-run score without the ball going out of the infield.
Lugo at shortstop made a nice play just to stop the ball.
Yeah.
And then she hesitated a bit. Coach Gallagher's making a switch in pitching now.
I'm not sure the pitching's been bad.
No.
We have a hurt player. Let's take a break, folks. We'll be back. Okay, so we stand corrected. We saw Coach Gallagher coming out to the mound. It looked like going to the mound, but she was actually gathering the team to stand by second base because the catcher was in a crash there. Dakota Koznowski, who was taken out of the game, helped off the field, limping. We don't know exactly what happened, but she's out now. We'll try to tell you who's in.
Well, it's good that she got off the field basically under her own power. She was down for quite a while. You don't like to see that. All right, so we have number 3 up now for Colonia. And a pass ball and another run scores. And we have 2 outs. So Colonia is scoring some runs with 2 outs.
It's up to 9-5 now. Correction before, I think I said 5 of the 6 runs scored. 1 was earlier, but all 6 were that inning, that big inning for Colonia.
Another ball called. Angelica Rosario find a little trouble finding the strike zone right now. And there's a nice one. Reach down deep for that. Had some heat on it too.
So full count, 2 outs, low.
And the inning stays alive with 2 outs. Before you go, why don't you give another shout out to the production team if you can find
All right,
it.
I got it here, yep. Hitting into the outfield.
Ah, having a little trouble there.
Another run scores. Look at that arm on Lorenzon.
She goes all the way to third.
Camera, Amor Brandafi, Aaron Zerpolo, Adam Chinoy, Frank Martins. Audio, Bruno Martins. Graphics, Samantha Roth. Replay, Joe Fernandez. Technical director, Gina Forbes. And the director, the great Lee Beckerman. I'm giving up on the score now. Too many things working against us here, man.
Yeah.
The wind, the sun, the cold.
All of those things are working against Kuzar in right field too, man. She's got it tough. That thing was a line drive, tail it away from her. The wind is whipping and the sun is in her eyes.
Oh, this is the worst place to play right now is right field.
Yeah.
Ground ball up the middle. Fielded by second base on the first.
Nice play. So that's 3, but 4 runs scored.
And it's 10-5 Colonia over JFK after 5 innings. Stay with us, folks. We'll be back. Okay, we're back, folks. Colonia 10, Kennedy 5, top of 6.
And let's see who's leading off here.
Maybe Lee can give us a number since we're lost with this scorekeeping. Number 1.
It's Maya Torres.
Number 1 is Angelica Rosario. You think you're on the wrong team there. Kennedy's up.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm looking at the position. Jeez.
Yeah.
This is ridiculous.
Alrighty, let's see if.
Oh, you know, here's the problem. They got the position and the number, and they got the number spelled out in the position. So there's nowhere. Oh man, this is confusing.
I wrote
you wrote
in,
those. Okay,
yeah,
so number 1, I got to look. That is Maya Torres.
Yep.
They can't use numbers for numbers and numbers for positions, so it's still confusing.
Is it the same pitcher for Colonia? I can't tell. 22.
22 is Megan Dakona.
So they moved.
She was at first base.
Yeah, they changed pitchers. That's what I thought.
Don't expect us to be able to follow that, folks.
Change up, and Maya doesn't fall for that one. Maya's a sophomore. She had a big hit back in the rally inning in the 4th. She had a nice double.
2 injuries in the softball game. Hope they're both good.
Nice
It's roped.
shot.
Oh, off the glove of the right fielder. She's going to go to second. Probably will stay there. Oh, now she goes. She could be out. She will. Oh, now it's a rundown.
Mistake.
The third baseman didn't field it clean enough to throw it. Yeah. Boy, she got away with one there.
Yeah.
Maya Torres, a nice hit.
Boy, she's lucky she didn't get hurt there when she was going back to second rather than she tried to hit first slide, but she dropped to her knees. You get whiplash that way.
Now you look at the right field again. What looked like, I mean, it was technically an error. I guess it went off her glove, but look how hard that is to catch that ball. We said it before, looking right into the sun.
Yeah.
The right fielder is it Jalen Montenez.
Outside. Who do we have up at bat now for the Stangs? I can't see that number.
The Stangs would be Kristinka Kuzar.
That's the right fielder we were talking about. Kuzar.
Right field is fatal today.
Kuzar having a good at bat here, good eye. We have a runner in scoring position. Maya Torres out at second, and no outs, right, Mac?
Nobody out. Ball 3, ball 4. Just what Kennedy ordered. Now a little rally could be starting. First and second, nobody out. Down 5, top 6.
Kuzar has a good at bat.
Now it's the top of the order. So we got Marissa Lugo and Lorelei Lorenzon, followed by Mary Alice Ricord.
And Lugo's she's a hitter. She's got a 384 average coming into this game, captain of the team.
I don't know enough about high school softball, but you're down 5. I don't know if I would be giving up an out by bunting, unless you're bunting for a hit.
Yeah.
And And you could do that easy here. Not easy, that's silly.
Well, she swung away at that one, that's for sure.
Oh,
Whoa.
and it got by center field. A whole lot of runs are going to score. At least 2. Boy, is she fast. She's going to be on third easy, no play. Shortstop runs the ball in, and there's 2 runs.
That was a nice shot.
Oh, she smoked that one. So just like we said, why give up the out? You got your leadoff hitter with a 384, and she hit it. And you know, when you go to bunt and you have to pull back, it's not the same as if you're starting back. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You don't seem to get everything into the swing because you can't get it all the way back, but that didn't matter to her. She smoked it.
Yeah, she really swung. You know, that fake bunt on the first pitch, that might have been a strategy.
Maybe. But I think she fake bunted on that pitch. It looked like she pulled it back and swung.
Yeah, well, she got some wood on it, that's for sure.
So here comes Lee Lorenzon. She's doing the same thing. I don't like that. A bunt with a girl on third and nobody out. It's going to be fielded probably by the pitcher, and a flip home is easy there. I'm not sure they should be even faking that, but I don't know if the game like everybody else here does. Especially since Lorenzon's got a 384 batting average.
Yeah.
I wouldn't give up an out with her or Torres. Or Lugo, I mean, sorry.
We got a runner in scoring position. The best hitter on the team is at bat, and there's no outs.
2-1. I'll probably stay another batter or 2 and then hit the road. All 3.
I think that one got away from her a little bit. I think walk to Lorenzon may not be a bad thing for Colonia. Ooh, got her another little changeup there.
Yeah, that was a really, really good pitch. She was out.
She was way ahead of it.
Yeah, definitely fooled by that.
Yeah,
and
way
it's full
ahead.
count.
She's anxious.
And that's Dylan Dakona. What is we say Dakona's pitching now, right? What did we say?
Yeah.
They get Dakona's pitching.
I'm using my phone as weight.
Yeah, me too.
She stays in there. Lorelei scrapping up at the plate.
Hard to tell if that would have been a ball or a strike from here. Hit the center, that should be caught, and the tag up is easy. Boy, Lugo had no trouble scoring in that.
Yeah, she's fast.
So Kennedy scores 3 to make it 10-8. There's still only 1 out. Base is empty, and I'm gonna take my leave. Greg,
all right.
Great calling the game with you.
Yes, indeed, sir.
I'll
Good to see you
soon.
Absolutely. I think I might pass on that event because I'm not dressed too appropriately.
That's all right. I don't think they will be either. Don't seriously, don't worry about that.
Okay.
I'm going home to put jeans on after the country club.
And falls fair. It's got a little spin to it, and she goes to second base. That is number 9, Mary Ellis Ricourt with a double. And I'm going to try to grab this over here. Folks, I'm back to solo again. Greg Ficara now on his own. Mayor McCormick making his way down the ladder, if you'll pardon the expression. All right, we have 1 out on the top of the 6th. Number 25, this is the pitcher, Angelica Rosario at bat, and we have 1 out. And Mary Alice Ricourt on second. It's in play, over to the shortstop. Yeah. The throw over to first base was high, and the first baseman had to jump up to catch it, and that allowed the runner to be safe. So the Mustangs are in business now with 1 out and runners on the corner. And we have, can't see the number, it looks like number 2, Gianna Rios up. Gianna's a sophomore, batting .389 coming into this game. Rosario easily goes to second, so now we have runners in scoring position. And the wind remains relentless. There's a shot that's going to score. Play at second, and it goes to the outfield. So 2 runs come in. And that ties the game up right now, folks. We're tied at 10-10. The Mustangs are still in business. They got a runner on second base with 1 out. And we have a timeout on the field by Coach Serrana. Looks like we might have a pitching change. Possibly. She's bringing the whole team. And that was a very nice play by Gianna Rios, the sophomore, who continues their streak of hitting. She's batting .389 coming in. So we have a timeout on the field here at Colonia Middle School on a beautiful April 28th, if you take away the wind. Coach Gallagher's calling over Rios to chat a little bit. And the Patriots are going back to their defensive position. So here we go at the top of the 6th inning. We have a tie ball game, 10-10, and there is 1 out. And we have, I believe we have Dakota Kisnowski, the captain of the team, at bat, number 3. And Dakota takes a strike. Gianna at second base is lightning fast. We've seen her move around those bases pretty quickly. Outside pitch, 1-1. And she lays off that one for a ball. Puts that in foul ball, the umpire calls. Just got around on that one. Nice, pulled it over there to left field. So if you were watching the game on YouTube or Facebook, it's certainly been an exciting game, especially in the middle innings here. We've had 20 runs scored in 2 innings so far, 2.5 innings. Ooh, a little changeup, fooled her. Got her out, and that's the 2nd out of the inning. So we have number 10 up, Genesis Douglas. Sorry for the pronunciation. Genesis lets that ball go, 0-1. 1 ball and no strikes. Outside, 2 balls. A cut, hits it foul. 2 balls, 1 strike for Genesis. Genesis is an imposing figure up at home plate. She's a tall girl. She's got a nice strong stance there. Big target for the pitcher though.
to drops right here in right field, and a run scores easily. So big hit for Genesis. Douglas. That puts the Stangs up by 1. And we have 2 outs. And it looks like Maya Torres, the sophomore, is up with 2 outs and a girl on first base. This takes a nice poke, and the shortstop goes back and makes a nice play. So we had 6 runs score. So with 5.5 innings in the book, JFK is up 11-10. And we'll be right back, ladies and gentlemen. Stay tuned. And we're back here at Colonia Middle School with the host Colonia Patriots hosting the visitors, the JFK Mustang. From just down the street, we've got the Mustangs with 11. Mustangs are on 11 and Colonia 10. And leading off for the Patriots, there's a shot right up the middle. Number 13, Shelby DeSillis. That's a nice shot to start off. Foul ball, number 19, Maddie Mohan. We're in the bottom of the 6th inning now. Nice crowd here at Colonia Middle School for this game on both sides. And we got a nice bunt down the line. Nice play. So we have 1 out, but the runner moves over. That was a well-placed bunt by Mohan. Jadalyn Martinez should be up. So we got 1 out. Martinez is at bat. She takes the first pitch and it hits into center field, and we have a nice play. Lee Lorenzon with a beautiful play. That's a second standout defensive play that Lorelei made out there, and that's 2 outs with a girl on second. Mustangs are working to protect their lead, and we should be at the top of the order. I can't get a number here. So this should be, if it's 6 for Colonia, Valentino pass ball. And there's a steal at home to tie the score. Now 11-11, 2 outs. And number 6. Is Amelia Carrion. Amelia Carrion is new to the game for Colonia. She leaves that one up there. It's a ball. So we have 3 balls and no strikes for Amelia. And Amelia takes the walk. Nice at bat. Looks like number 7, Candice Rodenberg. And we had a foul ball. It hit off the bleachers just to my left. So we have carry on first base with 2 outs. Amelia lays off that one. Safe at second. Moves into scoring position. Whoa. 2 balls and 2 strikes right now. On Candace Rodenberg. Candace takes a good cut at it. 29. I'm sorry, I'm way off base here. It's Maricela Cordona for Colonia at bat now. I'm sorry, Candace, I misplaced that one. So we have a full count now, 3 balls and 3 strikes. We have 2 outs in the inning, 1 run already scored. And we have a nice poke and another run scores. A lot of action here in the middle innings. From the 4th inning on, we've had a lot of action. No scoring in the first 3, and we've had 23 runs scored in the next 3. So far, not done yet. Looks like number 13, Shelby DeSillis, up for the Pets. Upstairs. Yes, number 23. Dylan Dakona, I'm sorry, number 23, Dylan Dakona is up. Two balls, 1 strike on Dylan. Two balls, 2 strikes. Dakona takes a nice cut and it drops. He gets a hit. All right, it's a good hit for Dylan. And a little 2-out lightning going on now. 2 outs, 2 runs so far for Colonia. And up to bat now is number 3, and that would be Ashley Almodovar, if I'm saying that right. 2 outs, Ashley's up. And see, that one's a strike, called a strike. We have runners on 1st and 2nd with 2 outs. Coach Serrano's telling them moving on the hit. 2 strikes in a row. Rosario doing a nice job sticking it out up there on the mound. Call that one a ball, so it's 2 balls and 2 strikes. Change up but high, full count. Runners on 1st and 2nd with 2 outs for the Pats. Rosario's got her work cut out for her here. Let's see what she does. And a high one again, so she walks, bases loaded. So coming up to bat now is number 32, Valentino Mercado, with bases loaded and 2 outs for the Patriots. And they are now up 12-11, up by 1 run. As I said earlier, all of the scoring for both teams came in the 4th, 5th, and 6th inning. And Colonia's got a chance to add on to that with bases loaded, although there is 2 outs. So let's see what our pitcher, Angelica Rosario, comes up with here in the defense of the Stangs, or is it the offense of the Patriots that's gonna take this inning on. Rosario's get the ball up a little high these last 3 pitches. Two balls, no strikes. The wind continues to blow here, and as we move closer to the evening, it appears to get a little colder. Either that or I'm just cold in general. And we have a timeout. Going to come out and talk to Rosario. And that the sun gets a little lower. We talked about the challenges of the right fielder. It doesn't get any better as that sun lowers. It gets a little bit lower. And the wind whips. If you watch there's a flag behind home plate in it. You'll watch the direction changes. Right now it's blowing very strong from center field to right field. Now it just switched up a little bit and is blowing more towards home. So those are the things that you got to deal with when you're in the outfield trying to field those line drives or pop-ups. So action continues here. Bases are loaded with 2 outs. And there's one of those high flies. It's going to be a challenge. Nice job by Kennedy's Maya Torres, number 1. But the Patriots push across 2, so we now have a score of 12-11 in favor of the home team. Patriots will be back as we move into the final inning possibly the 7th inning. We'll be right back. Stay tuned. All right, so we're back at the top of the 7th inning, and sophomore Kristinka Kuzar is up. And the Stangs are down by 1, so let's see what they can put together here in the top of the 7th inning. Challenge the home team Patriots. And the first one is a ball. Throwing on the mound for Colonia is Megan Dakona. Kristinka takes her first strike, so we have a 1-1 count now at the top of the 7th inning. She scoops one up straight away at center field, and that is the first fly out for the Stangs. It was a good hit, kind of a low. Marissa Lugo up, the senior captain, and she swats one through, and she is on base. Lugo coming up big. So we got 1 out, runner on first, and it appears that number 12, Lee Lorenzon, is up. And Lorelai's leading hitter on the team. She leads in a lot of offensive categories, and she made some great defensive plays today. So let's see what Lorelai can do. And the first pitch is a ball. So we got 2 balls and no strikes on Lorenzon, the freshman sensation here for JFK. Lugo took a big lead on that. They're not really holding her on. Lorenzon's got 3 balls on her, no strikes, and she's showing bunt to try to draw it, and the umpire calls that one a strike. So 3 balls and 1 strike. Now she can get down and go to business. She hits that one deep to the shortstop and gets on base cleanly. So we have 1 out and runners on first and second. And it looks like number 9, Mary Ellis Record, up. She's a sophomore. And she's showing bunt. Try to rattle Dakona. And there's 1 ball. We are in the top of the 7th inning with 1 out. Runners on first and second for the Mustangs. And Mary Alice Record is up. When Mayor McCormick was here earlier, we talked a little bit. Certainly the JFK's got a little bit of the youth movement going on. There's a lot of underclassmen on the team, which bodes well for their future. Two balls and 1 strike on Mary Alice. Mary Alice puts it in play and it gets past the shortstop and the run scores. So we got ourselves a tie ball game right now, folks, in the top of the 7th inning. And we have 1 out, runners on first and second. Looks like we're going to have a little switching. JFK number 10, Genesis Douglas, the junior, comes into the game. And we have Angelica Rosario, the pitcher for the Stangs, up with 1 out. Runners on first and second. Have a courtesy runner. Genesis Douglas on first base, in now running. Top of the 7th inning here, folks, and we got ourselves a tie ball game. It's really exciting. And a high pitch. Runners are just waiting for a pass ball to advance here. Calls that a ball, so we have 3 balls and no strikes on the pitcher, Angelica Rosario. And the umpire likes that one, calls it a strike, so we have 3 balls and 1 strike on Rosario with runners on first and second for the Stangs. And she draws the base on ball, so we have runners on all bases. looks like Gianna Rios, the sophomore, who's a very strong hitter. Mustangs are cooking here. Bases loaded, good hitter up. She's showing bunt. She shows bunt and then she slaps at it. The ball goes foul. Coach Gallagher makes a nice play over there in the coach's box. Big gap between left and center field. Left fielder playing very close to the line. That goes into play and the run scores. It's kind of, the ball was in a tough spot right there. The good defensive play, but there was just like no options at all. Now we have number 3, Dakota Kaznowski up, the senior captain. Bases are loaded and 1 out. And the Mustangs are up by 1 right now, folks. 13-12 in the top of the 7th inning. Puts the ball in play. This is straight at the center fielder, and we have a tag up. Got her out at home. So that is 3 outs on a double play, but the Mustangs put across 2 runs and are now leading 13-12. We'll be right back with the bottom of the 7th inning to see what the Patriots can do. Stay tuned. All right, here we go. We're in the bottom of the 7th inning. Very exciting game right now. The visiting JFK Mustangs are leading 13-12 with a lot of action in the latter innings of the game. And we'll see what the Patriots can come up with. All right, so for the Patriots right now, we have Megan Kuna up. And Meg is doing the... Megan and her sister, I guess, Dylan. And there's a big cut right there. We got 1 ball and 1 strike on Dakona. And that's a ball. So we have 2 balls and 2 strikes on Dakona. Rosario started the game and apparently is working to finish the game for the Mustangs at pitching. And Dakona goes down on a strike, so that's 1 out. And we should have number 13 up, Shelby DeSillis. Sills hits it over. Oh! We had a clean play there by the shortstop, but a throw to first base that pushed her towards the base runner, and there was a little bit of a collision. I think that Shelby's knees might have hit the first baseman, and she's walking it off a little bit. And we have 1 out with Shelby DeSillis on first base for the Patriots. And we'll take a little break and be right back. Okay, we're back in play here after we had a slight collision at first base, but everybody seems to be okay, and that's a call for a ball right now. 1 ball, no strikes, 1 out. I have 1 out, and there's no outs on the scoreboard, but I believe I'm correct. And that is 2 balls, no strikes. Maddie Mohan should be up right now, number 19. And that one's in the dirt, and the runner advances to second base, Shelby DeSillis. So the tying run is on second base, and I believe, yep, now we have it correct on the scoreboard. There is one out. Oh, and she might have took that one on the ankle, so that's about it. Runner gets first base. Runners on first and second, and one out, and I believe we are now to the all right, we have number 2, Zoe Gotti is the leadoff batter. And so he hits the ball foul, so we have strike one. Runners on first and second for the Patriots, and Kennedy, for the time being at least, is up 13-12. So great game if you're a spectator here. Both teams playing hard, a lot of action, especially in the middle to late innings. And that's a high fly ball, short center field, under it makes the play. So we have 2 outs. We're down to 1 out for the Patriots, and they have runners on first and second. Mustangs are up by 1 right now, by 13. Lee Lorenzon makes that nice play, and the Patriots have number 6 coming up to bat right now. I don't even see a number 6 on the roster here. Papers are blowing all over the place here. 2 balls and no strikes. Number 6 is Valentino Mercado. Oh, I'm sorry. No, that's not that. That's her position. Oh, number 6 is Amelia Carrion. I'm sorry. Amelia Carrion is number 6 right now for Colonia. Talking to Rosario on the mound. It's down to their last out, but they do have runners in good position here. Some strategy. Runners go back out, first and second. And we've got 2 balls, no strikes, and 2 outs. Amelia Carrion up at bat. And that's 3 balls. Shelby DeSillis is doing a little dancing out there at second base, trying to draw the attention of the catcher. We have 3 balls and no strikes. Let's see what Rosario does. And she puts her on base. So we have bases loaded with 2 outs. That is Mariceli Cardona. And it's 1 strike on Mariceli. Rosario on the mound, working hard for the Mustangs. And that's a high one. Nice job by the catcher, just keeping that in the glove. The sun is lower. Every inning the sun goes lower and lower. It makes it more difficult for the right side of the defense. Looking right into the sun. And another high one. 2 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. 13-12 in favor of the Mustangs right now, but the Patriots have bases loaded. Not a lot of margin for error here for the Mustangs. And there's a foul tip, so that evens things up at 2-2. That brings it to a full count. No room for her, so something's got to give on this pitch. Either we got a game over or a tie game. All four, and she walks in the run, so we got a tie game, folks. 13-13, bottom of the 7th. Bases are loaded for the Patriots, but there are 2 outs. And we have number 23, Dylan Dakona is up at bat. And the wind is whipping again. Every now and then you feel like it's going to let up, and then it just picks up its fury right now. And there's a shot. And that's it. We're going into extra innings, folks. All right, so after 7 innings, it is 13-13, and we're going into extra. So we'll be right back. We're going to take a little break. So here we go, folks. We're into extra innings. We've moved into the 8th inning. We have a tie at 13-13, and the Mustangs are at the top of the 8th inning. And it looks like the Stangs have, I can't make out the number. Just bear with me a minute, folks. It looks like, yeah, 18, and I don't see an 18 for the Mustangs here. I heard somebody say Mia. The only Mia I see is Montenez. And 1 ball and 2 strikes. He swings, goes right back to the pitcher, and there is the first out of the 8th inning for the Mustangs in the top. Coming up next is Maya Torres, a sophomore, with 1 out. And we're in extra innings, folks. And we have a call strike on the first pitch. Maya Torres would have knotted up at 13-13. Maya puts it in play. Nice attempt by the second baseman. Still a live ball. Somebody's got to pick that up. Very nice attempt there by Zoe Gotti. Really did a good job of getting out there. So we got a base runner, and Mustangs we have, looks like number 7, Christine Kuzar. Kuzar got her hit the last time up, and she swings out a little late. Mustangs have 1 out, but they have a runner on first. Maya Torres, the sophomore, is on first base for the Mustangs. All right, she takes another chop at it. We have 1 ball and 2 strikes to Maya. And we're here in the top of the 8th inning. Very exciting game, a lot of action. Some great defensive plays. And she puts it in play, fires it over. And it was a good attempt, but a very nice play by the Patriots, and there's 2 outs. Mustangs have a player on second base. And up now is looks like Mary Ellis Ricourt. Ellis court. 2 outs and a girl on second for the Mustangs. Ellis is up at plate, trying to keep the Stangs' hopes alive. Oh, and the umpire likes that one. We have 1 ball and 2 strikes on Ellis. Two balls and 2 strikes now. Girl on second base. Foul ball. Count remains 2-2. Top of the 8th inning here, ladies and gentlemen, and we've got a very exciting softball game going on with crosstown rivals. JFK Mustangs over here at Colonia Middle School against the Patriots. And another foul tip. He's having a good at bat. And we have a full count now. Foul tip. She's doing a good job keeping the ball alive. She's having a nice at bat. It's a foul ball. Again, I think I might have misquoted. This is Marissa Lugo up, having a good at bat. Marissa's working it hard. Got a runner in scoring position. Maya Torres is over at second base, but there's 2 outs for the Stangs. That's up high, and she draws a base. So there you go. Runners on first and second for the Mustangs with 2 outs. And it looks like Lorenzon is up, their best hitter, so you couldn't ask for better for the Mustangs. Lorelei Lorenzon up at bat, the freshman sensation, had some outstanding. And the first pitch is a ball. She's had some great defensive plays. And if you're a Mustang, this is the person you want up right now. And very quickly, she's got no balls and 2 strikes on her. Runners on first and second, 2 outs. Score is 13-13. And she puts it in play, and it steps on third, and there you go. 3 outs, no score, so the score remains 13-13 after 7.5 innings. We'll be right back, folks. Okay, we're back, folks. Had a little technical difficulty there with number 3, Ashley Almodovar, is up, leading off for the Patriots here in the bottom of the 8th inning as we're going extra innings because it is 13-13 here at Colonia Middle School. And the wind at the moment has subsided just a little bit. 3 balls and 1 strike on Ashley. So Ashley goes down to first base on a walk, and the Patriots start off in business. They got a base runner, and that's the go-ahead runner on there. And they're putting in a substitute runner. Looks like number 5. And that would be Abigail Tarabeski. That's Abigail's first appearance in the game. She is a sophomore. That's a nice poke to deep. And a nice play out there. She's made a nice play. That was deep. That was going back towards the warning track. And that's Kuzar. Kristinka Kuzar did a nice job. So we have 1 out and a runner on first. That's a strike one. And we have Megan Dakona up with one out and a girl on first. Nice poke right up the middle. Good play. So we got runners on first and second with one out. And we should have Shelby DeSillis up at bat. Shelby's going over to talk to Coach Serrano a little bit. There's a timeout. Coach Serrano might be making a move here. And we're getting another runner in. And it looks like it is number 8. That's Jordan Probilla in the game, if in fact that is number 8, which it is. Jordan Probilla is a junior and she's in running now. Shelby's up at bat. We got one out and runners on first and second. Nice play by the catcher to keep the ball in front of her. And the sun is even lower now, folks. All right, we have a defensive timeout right now. We're going out to second base. So let's take a little break, a short break. We'll be right back so I can keep my hands warm by rubbing them together. Be right back, folks. All right, here we are back at the bottom of the 8th inning. Extra innings, the score tied 13-13. We have runners on first and second. And we have 2 balls and no strikes on Shelby DeSillis. Oh, and Shelby puts it into play right up the middle. Let's see if Colonial, they hold it up. Nice throw home. Excellent job by Lorenzon out there in center field. So now we have bases loaded, 1 out. And it should be Maddie Mohan, number 19, up at bat. Can't see the number. Maddie Mohan at bat, bases loaded, 1 out, and the first pitch is a ball. And we're in the bottom of the 8th inning, so we're in extra innings here, folks. This has been a very exciting game up until this point. I can't even see where that ball is. It looked like it was coming my way. Didn't hit me in the head, so that's a good sign. So we have 1 ball and 1 strike on Maddie. Rosario going the whole length here, with including the extra innings for the Mustang, doing a nice job. A little bit high. 2 balls, 1 strike. We certainly don't have any room for her on the bases. We have full bases loaded, 1 out. And it's a ball high. 3 balls and 1 strike. We've got a tie game in overtime. Maddie Mahone. And there's a strike, boy. She put one there right down the plate. Gutsy play by Rosario. So we have full count. 3 balls, 2 strikes, bases loaded, 1 out, extra inning. It's a foul ball, so we still have a full count. Maddie Mohan is up with bases loaded, 1 out. This is what exciting softball is all about, folks. And she puts it into play. Oh, and it's dropped. And that's it. That is the ball game, folks, in extra innings. So the final score, 14 for the home Colonia Patriots and 13 for the Mustangs, but a very exciting game by 2 crosstown rivals. Well-played game, and hopefully the future is good for both teams. So thanks for watching, everybody. Thanks to the TV 35 production team for doing a great job with everything they do and their cameras and everything else. So thanks, guys, and thank you all for watching, those of you on YouTube and Facebook. Stay well, everyone. We'll see you the next time. Greg Ficara signing off.